Hello, 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 and welcome to another delightful episode of March Payne's Midlife Dolly Crisis, and another collaboration with my best dolly gal pal, Kim, over at The Dolls, the Witch and the Wardrobe. With Pride season reaching its climax this weekend, we decided it was about time that vintage retro Ken and his best friend Allan finally burst out of the closet and onto the streets to protest and celebrate with the rest of the LGBTQ+ community. So here is my Silkstone limited edition collector Allan doll, which you might remember me unboxing sometime last year. He was also a favourite fixture in my advent calendar videos last advent season, when he ended up being invited to the swankiest soiree of the festive season by the 12 Days of Christmas Barbie. So he is in his original outfit here that he came with. It's quite a simple outfit. He's got this little pair of shorts on, he's got this kind of beach, I don't know what you call them, kind of cabana shirt thing, I don't know, and then he's got these little sandals on there at the bottom, which is fine. It was alright enough, and obviously this is what he would have come in when he was originally released. So we have Allan. Now all we need is Ken. But wait, I hear you cry. March, how are you going to take part in this collaboration when all you have is modern style Kens? Well, never fear, because Vinted is here. I managed to find a Barbie signature Silkstone reproduction of the original Ken. So here he is in his box, waiting to pop out and face the world. So this doll was produced to celebrate 60 years of Ken, which would have been back in 2020. As you can see, it's 60 years of Ken in the corner there. So let's get this guy open and see what we think. So here we go. So as you can see, he is a little bit basic. Obviously he's a reproduction of the original Ken doll, so they probably felt that they wanted to kind of stay true to his original release. But would it have killed Mattel to have given him a second outfit? I say second outfit. He's barely in a first outfit really, as essentially he just kind of arrives in a pair of trunks and a towel. Thankfully that's just how Allan likes him. But from a collector's point of view, and with the idea of him being on display, I kind of think that giving him a kind of a retro outfit to change into would have been nice, because there's not really a lot to look at here. Now I will say he does have flocked hair, which we will have a proper look at. But yeah, so apart from a towel, which I don't really know how you're going to style that on him, he does come with a stand, and he has got sandals, which I think are probably going to be exactly the same as the ones that Allan has, probably in a different colour. Here he is, out of the box. He was in with ribbons, as all these kind of collector dolls seem to be when they're in those kind of big boxes, which is a blessing, because it certainly saves having to cut through lots of kind of plastic and then all those annoying tags and everything. This is what it comes with. As I mentioned, it is a little bit kind of basic looking. So you've got a stand. The stand does say Ken. I don't know if you can actually see that. Hopefully you can. And yeah, obviously that's the black base. And then we've got a clear post for the back and a clear waist clip there. So that is kind of those bits. We've then got a towel. Now I did joke about the towel. I didn't quite realise how small the towel was going to be. It seems a bit sad to me. It looks like a duster because of the colour as well. You couldn't even get it around his waist, could you? They're very kind of slim, these dolls. Oh yeah, you could kind of do it. I just feel like if it's supposed to be kind of a beachy theme, then give him a big towel. He could do with a bigger towel than this. I think also you can probably get it kind of around his neck, but it's not really going to stay, even if he's standing up. Maybe, yeah, it doesn't really want to behave, unfortunately. So yeah, so that's the towel. I'm presuming they stuck with kind of the size and things that they had when he was originally released, so that's probably why the towel is this size as well. And yeah, so he's got this pair of red sort of swimming trunks or shorts on with a white stripe down the side, all very nicely stitched together, and there's no fastenings. It's just kind of an elasticated waist, which is all right. Allan had a blue pair, I think, which I will show you in a second. But yeah, they seem quite sort of sporty and kind of retro looking, especially with the kind of the red and the white stripe down the side. He's also got a pair of sandals, which I hope you can see there. So they are kind of basic. You probably don't need the rubber bands here. They're probably going to stay on his feet pretty well, I would have thought. They've got a kind of a faux plastic looking kind of wooden effect for the bottom, and then we've got red bands across for the toes. The ones I had for Allan, which I'm presuming these are pretty much the same, they stay on the feet really well actually, and they are flat-footed obviously. I don't really have shoes unfortunately for these guys. I've only kind of got modern Kens with modern feet, so and modern shoes, so I don't think any of those will actually work. So whatever we redress them in, they're probably going to be ending up with these on anyway. So look, we've got him. I should mention also he's silkstone, so he is a little bit heavy. Oh, actually, let's have a look at the hair first, because I did promise that earlier. So I don't know if you can see. So this is flocked. It's actually a really nice detail for him. He's obviously blonde. It's a kind of almost like a sort of a lemony yellow. And yeah, it's all flocked all over. It's all done really nicely. It reminds me a bit of Action Men, which kind of boys had in the UK as when I was growing up. They all kind of had flocked hair as well, because they were meant to be in the army. So yeah, so that's kind of a nice look for him. His face is a little bit, I suppose, neutral really. He's got these kind of thick brown eyebrows. He's got sort of blue eyes. He's got his lips are a different colour to the rest of his face, which is normal anyway, but it doesn't look like he's wearing lipstick or anything like that. He seems alright. He needs to be eating pies or something, because he's quite svelte. But I'm presuming he has the same body as Allan, because they were very famously meant to be able to share each other's clothes. Articulation wise, it's very basic. The head barely moves, which isn't great. I guess these are meant to be for display anyway, so that's probably why. The arms will go up and down. It's very tight, and as I mentioned, it is that silkstone stuff, so it is quite sort of heavy. So they go up and down, and the legs will kind of go fully at a 90-degree angle there, but obviously there's nothing in the knees or the ankles as well. So look, that is him. I'm going to just put him here, and then we can kind of see the difference between him and Allan. So Allan came in these kind of blue shorts. They do not have a stripe on the side, so at least that's a bit different. His sandals have also got a blue piece over the toes, and as I say, I think they're kind of the same design, almost actually. These seem a bit thicker and the colour is slightly different. You can't really see that, can you? Sorry. These seem a little bit more sort of orangey than these ones, and the shape maybe a little bit different actually. Obviously with Allan you do get this shirt, which is actually very nice. It's got kind of like a toweling effect on the inside. I think I prefer what Allan comes with to what Ken comes with, mainly because leaving Allan in this outfit on a shelf would be more interesting than just seeing poor old half-naked Ken, as much as Allan might like that. It just seems a bit sad. So look, let's have a look and see what we can dress these guys in for Pride. Okay, so my first idea was I keep Allan in his original outfit, which I do like, and then I put this onto Ken. So this outfit came with the Barbie Extra Fly Ken, which came out, I think, right at the end of the Barbie Extra line. And this is a matching two-piece kind of beach outfit, I guess. So we've got a pair of shorts here, and we've got a matching sort of shirt or coverall or sort of jackety type thing. It's all in kind of like quite a sort of silky fabric. The top, I have to say, is quite big on Ken, because this was designed for a modern Ken, and they're a bit beefier than these dolls are. So I'm kind of not too sure. It looks like he's wearing pyjamas, to be honest. It would probably work better actually without this, because the actual short parts work pretty well. There we are. And I don't think they don't look too modern. I would imagine that they could get away with this in kind of like the 50s and 60s as well, because they are kind of a nice kind of a bright colour there. I have another 2 options to come up. The next option is a bit more modern as well, so let me get them dressed in that and then we'll have a look. So again, these outfits were from a modern day Ken, and if you are a fan of the Barbie movie or the Barbie movie dolls, you'll probably recognise them. This outfit was worn by Ken when he was in his rollerblading outfit. This is his rollerblading outfit essentially, and it also came with kind of knee pads and elbow pads, and did it come with a helmet? I can't remember. And it comes with skates, obviously, which I'm not going to try and put on these guys' feet. I think this is quite a cute look. Now, you might be asking why I have 2 of these. The reason is they were selling them off quite cheaply, and I did sort of use the bodies as substitutes for a couple of the Barbie fashionista boys that I wanted to give a bit more articulation to. So I kept the clothes, obviously, and dumped the head, and yeah, everyone was happy, apart from obviously Ken's head, which is now on a fashionista body. So anyway, I actually quite like this on them. I feel that maybe the kind of the waistcoaty bit is a little bit much. I think it's cuter actually without, when they're both just like this. This is kind of a nice matching outfit that they could actually wear to the parade perhaps, because it's obviously quite light and it's very bright. As long as they've got like lots of suntan lotion on, they should be fine, because they are obviously two pale boys going to kind of enjoy the sunshine. I think for me this works better than the last one, and the fact that they are in kind of a matching outfit I think is quite cute. They could obviously put on the waistcoats if they wanted to, but for me I kind of like them like this. Also, it's quite interesting, this is the same outfit, but the shorts, depending on I guess where, you know, they cut the pattern, look a bit different, in that this has got a lot of the kind of the yellow and oranges in it, and this one has basically just got a lot of the blue and the pink there instead. So it's kind of nice that it's the same outfit but slightly different, a slightly different colourway in a way. So look, this is what they probably would wear during the day to the actual parade. If they were going out in the evening, perhaps, you know, boogieing or going down to the discotheque or whatever, they might wear something a bit different. So I'm going to put them in the final 2 outfits that I've got for each of them. So here we go. Here they are together in their kind of evening wear. One works better than the other, I think, and I think it's probably Alan's. This outfit, you might remember, he was dressed in for last year's advent calendar towards the end. It was when he was trying to sort of wear something a bit more casual, but still quite smart and quite retro looking, I think. I have actually also swapped over their sandals, because I thought the red would go better with this outfit, whereas Alan's blue ones would go better with this outfit. So the outfit that Alan is wearing was originally from a Barbie fashionista, despite it looking so good, to be fair. Basically, we have a pair of kind of orange slacks which have got Velcro on the back, and we've got this really nice kind of Hawaiian 50s style shirt which has got Velcro down the front. Ken unfortunately doesn't look as good. I kind of see Ken as being a bit more conservative than Alan anyway. So yeah, so Ken is essentially wearing something I got from AliExpress, which is a little bit ill-fitting. It works okay on a kind of a modern day Ken, but I think on a vintage style Ken body it's not as good, and obviously it's not made as well. It still looks alright, I think, but yeah, let me show you up close. So he's got this shirt on here, and you might remember this again from the Advent videos that I did last year. I did have one of the modern Kens wearing this outfit. So it's a shirt which I've only really just realised doesn't have any buttons down the front or any joining at all. So yeah, I'm not sure how he would get that on. Obviously you know, for our purposes, we've got Velcro all the way down the back. It's a shame that they didn't think of doing that at the front, but then of course we've got this bow tie here, which sometimes doesn't like to stay where it is, in that this collar bit sometimes will go over it. But it seems to be kind of okay on him, I think, because he isn't filling it out as much as the modern day Ken was. So it's kind of got this sort of gingham, it's kind of blues and greens, and obviously the kind of the white background bit. We've also got a white turn up on the short sleeves there. If we go down, he's wearing these grey trousers, which are kind of okay. They're a bit more kind of silvery than grey, I guess. And again, the kind of fit of them on him probably isn't as nice as the fit of the trousers that Allan's wearing. The fabric is a bit thinner, and I think there's a bit of issues with loose threads around the bottom of them there. But yeah, I think the shirt could probably do with a bit of pinning maybe in the back, just to kind of make it look less big. But I guess, you know, if it's a bit bigger, and obviously oversized clothes are very in at the moment, if it's a little bit bigger, it will be sort of less restrictive for when he's actually, you know, dancing at the discotheque. So look, what do you think of this look? What do you think of all the looks? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know which one you think would be the best Pride option. I actually really liked the matching outfit that they had on from the Ken roller skating outfit. I thought that worked actually quite nicely. And obviously with the elasticated waist of the shorts, they did fit them really well. Please go and check out Kim over at the Dolls Who Went to the Wardrobe, where she has also been redressing her Allan and Ken dolls for the Pride season. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, please subscribe, and please share the video if you know anyone else that likes this kind of content. Please remember, Pride is a protest as well as a celebration. Please remember to protect the dolls, and I will see you in the next video. So until then, take care. Bye.